Isabelle, who's going to tell us some incredible things about the work that she does. Now, Isabelle, it came to this country. She said, I'm going to do great things for as many people as I can. I'm going to make a difference in as many lives as I can. Not only is she generous with her time and generous with her teaching, she worked with the UN. She has been in the room with everyone on the planet that we read about on CNN, we hear about on the radio. She is a newsmaker and a power player. She just wrote this incredible book about business etiquette, and she is a diplomatic relations expert. I am so thrilled to have her here. Isabelle, please take it away and let us know more about what you do, how you do, and you have this amazing course that's coming up. So please take it away.
Thank you, Jen. I'm very, very excited to be here, and I couldn't refuse your invitation. You know, my time is very limited, but I'm so excited. I'm like literally bumped away because I'm seeing some familiar faces here. Like those of you who know me, I lived in Buffalo, New York for about 4 or 5 years. So I know many of you there, and that's my heart city. I currently live in Washington, D.C. But Buffalo was the city where I started. So as Jen mentioned, I am a human rights law specialist. I'm a diplomatic protocol and etiquette expert. What I do for a living, I founded an organization called U.S. Institute of Diplomacy and Human Rights. So I'm basically helping people and organizations increase their general understanding on diplomacy and human rights. These two big subjects of my life. Basically, I've been working for the past decade, like meeting with government officials, meeting with people in the US Congress, with foreign ambassadors, head of states, helping them implement human rights program into their countries. And one thing that actually got me here, because as Jen was mentioned, I'm not originally from the United States. I came from Romania, a country in Eastern Europe, a couple of years back. And when I first came to the US, I didn't know anyone. I had no friends, no family. Besides my husband, I didn't know anyone. So when I arrived in Buffalo, I was doing my master's degree at University of Buffalo in human rights. I started getting out there, meeting people, meeting the wonderful people of Buffalo. That is just my second family. I can tell you, like, all the people in Buffalo became my family. I started going so many times in the community. We made a difference, and we made it together, because soon, from like being the unknown person, the blonde lady, blonde young girl in Buffalo, I started being the person who introduced more than 10,000 people to the human rights programs, from the Mayor Byron Brown to Senator Tim Kennedy to the former Erie County legislator Betty Jean Grant and April Baskin currently. To the governor of New York, Governor Cuomo, to then ending up in Washington, D.C. to be highly awarded with the President's Volunteer Service Award by the President of the United States for the work that I've done promoting volunteer work for the community and helping others. So now I'm at a phase in my life where I grew that much. And when you grow much, you have to give more. You know, the more you make, the more you have to give to the society. So my introduction, I don't want to take long time because I know there are many other people that need to talk here, but I get very excited, you know, sometimes. So, Jen, please let me in, you know, if I go overboard.
No,
but anyway.
I love it. It's who you are, and I just wanted to keep it going. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had this, you know, so I've been working in the field of diplomacy, NGO diplomacy, for my past decade. Okay. I met with diplomats. I worked in the International Chamber of Commerce system. I occupied a leadership position there as a woman, which is, you know, kind of like a breaking down some glass ceilings there. And I had this dream, you know, I really wanted to help other people understand that you don't have to have like come from a luxury family. I'm coming from a modest family. I was raised by my grandparents in a post-communist Romania. Okay. So when I came here, of course, break of culture, break of understanding, break of anything. I didn't know anybody. So, but you don't have to have like a background or do many schools or do all kinds of things in your life and you're coming from a rich family. You just need to have confidence and you have to be persistent. So these are the two things that I actually teach people in my trainings. You have to be confident and you have to be persistent. So right now, the one thing that kept me doing all this and that helped me, get in front of all people on all big stages at the UN, at the Organization of American States, was business etiquette. And a lot of people confuse business etiquette with table manners. Okay, yeah, that's my book. So I had this frustration, okay, personal frustration, because I worked with ambassadors, I worked with like royalty in Romania, I work with a lot of people, and I know that this rare and in-demand skill of business etiquette is needed, and is needed now, not tomorrow. It's needed right now, especially right now with all COVID-19 and the pandemic and everything. So unfortunately, this summer I had to live through an experience. I said I was raised by my grandparents, and my grandpa has died of COVID-19. So at that moment, I said, okay, that's it. I need to write my book. So I wrote my book and I dedicated it to him, and to be able to help others, because that's what he taught me. I need to help other people. So right now, today, um, sorry, I get a bit emotional. um, right now, today, I I said my purpose is honest. I'm not trying. I run a successful business with my husband. I run my nonprofit organization, and I want to give as much as I can to the public. So for today's edition, I actually made a special link for everyone that can get this book for free. I'm gonna give it to everyone for free.
Wow.
You just need to pay the shipping and handling fees to get it to you. We send it locally, we send it internationally. I already purchased about 100 pieces of this book. So if you need more than one, feel welcome to use more than one. Give it to your family, give it to your friends. It's a really beautiful tool. You can also find it on Amazon. It's about 19.95 bucks, but I'm giving it to you for free because I care. And I know like the people of Buffalo and in upstate New York, they're doing wonderful things for the area. And if I wouldn't have been in that area, maybe I would not have been here in Washington, D.C. today. And that's a true statement, because I couldn't have done, coming from like a foreign country directly in the capital, I couldn't have achieved what I achieved in Buffalo. So I'm very grateful to the people there. I'm grateful for you, Jennifer, for supporting me throughout my journey in writing my book, for inviting me today. And yeah, that's it. I don't know if you have any questions to ask me specifically.
I think that that's beautiful. I want you to drop the information right in the chat on the
Yeah.
side there. Let me know. We're going to post it up and we're going to support you and celebrate you. And I will tell you this right now, as someone who's been involved in politics, as someone who's been involved with teaching and that sort of thing, and emceeing events and doing things, it is so critical to have a tool and a resource to teach you how to do the stuff. It is one thing to have the knowledge. It is one thing to know people. It is another thing altogether to take it to that next level of being able to comfortably communicate with people in a respectful manner that meets people with the respect and esteem that they deserve and have earned. So I want to thank you so much, Isabelle, for all this beautiful time that you've had, for writing this book, for just writing this book, and for bringing it back to Buffalo. And I love you and I celebrate you and thank you for all the amazing work that you have done for this city and, quite frankly, for the world.